Guess what day it is?
It's Media Monday.
Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Ro.
And today we're going to be having another debate. Because...
A weird debate.
A weird debate. Because why not?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Black Spot crew.
Yes.
Because they kind of inspired this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dad really inspired this.
We should call it just Debate Mondays. Or just whatever. This is media because we're going to post it on media. And I'm pretty sure somebody in there saw it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dad saw it somewhere.
Probably on Reddit. It sounds like a Reddit kind of debate.
I mean, probably not Reddit because I don't think my dad gets on Reddit.
Oh, okay.
But I'm almost certain it was him that started this.
Yeah, this sounds like him.
So the debate question is, would you rather fight a horse-sized duck?
Now picture this, okay? You see, picture a horse in your head.
And then make it a duck.
Make it a duck. Okay, that's terrifying. Now go on.
And it's just one.
One huge duck.
One big duck. Or 100 duck-sized horses.
I picture that. Cute little horses. But there's not millions. There's 100 of them. Mm-hmm. That's a little terrifying too. Active horses.
Right.
Alive.
Right. So I did a poll on Instagram and 20 people voted in it.
Okay.
100 people saw my story.
I forgot to even check my results.
So let's see. It was 20 people. 55% of people would rather fight the one large duck. And then I guess that would be 45% of people wanted to fight the tiny horses.
Right.
Now, I had an interesting question asked to me. Are you fighting to the death?
I would say yes. In this case, yes, we are fighting to the death.
I just want to incapacitate them. I don't want to kill the duck.
Okay. Or you want to knock them out?
Yeah.
Have them ready for round 2. Okay, yeah.
I would feel really guilty about killing 100 little horses.
So you would rather fight the 100?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would rather fight the duck.
The duck, the one duck.
The one duck, yes.
Okay, and now why? Now before this, I hate debates because I do a lot of homework.
Why?
Because it's interesting knowing the facts and the numbers.
Okay.
Okay, so give me your reason why you would rather fight the 100, the one duck instead of the 100.
Okay. So the reason why I would rather fight the one duck is because you could just snap its neck.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, everything expands, right? Longer legs, bigger.
They also have weak knees. Ducks have weak knees.
I don't even call them knees. They're just sticks.
So I think that I could really easily fight a large duck.
I don't know.
What would you choose?
See, now this is why I'm glad I did my homework.
What would you choose though?
I would choose
the horses.
The duck.
But
here's why it gets interesting, right? And I did average numbers. The average size of a horse, weight and height, 660 pounds, 8 feet tall, on average. And I know it can vary between horses and blah blah blah, whatever, right? The average size and weight of a duck is 3.5 pounds, 2 feet tall. Again, this is average throughout all duck species and all horse species. The difference between 2 and 8 feet, from 2 to 8 is 300%. From 8 to 2, 75%. Did my calculations. For a horse-sized duck, he would weigh 36 and 3/4 pounds.
Only 36 pounds?
Only 36. Well, 37. Only 37 pounds. Interesting.
What?
Yes, because from 3.5.
That doesn't make any sense.
From 3.5 times 300% because we're upscaling.
So ducks don't really weigh that much.
They don't. I thought they weighed more than 3.5 pounds. I thought they weighed 5 or 6 pounds or something. Now again, this is average, because you have swans, you have other kind of birds.
There is no fucking way that an 8 feet tall duck would weigh 36 pounds.
Well, I'm just calculating by numbers. I mean, there's other things that play into factor.
Right.
Well, there are 6 foot tall guys that weigh 180 And other guys that weigh 6 foot, that are 6 foot, that weigh like 240.
Yeah, but I'm saying that physically it would be impossible for a duck that's 8 feet tall to weigh about 40 pounds. That just doesn't sound right.
I don't know. I'm just calculating about the numbers. I'm obviously not the best at school because I'm like work hard and hustle town kind of stuff.
Think about 8 feet of feather-filled pillows. That's going to weigh more than 40 pounds.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Feathers are dense.
They are. Well, they don't weigh anything.
Oh my God. Now we're going to get into the feathers versus bricks debate. I'm going to hit you.
Now we're going to go to the horse. If he were to scale down.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Average horse, 660 pounds, 8 feet tall on average. We scale down to 2 feet. Now, this is a heavy horse. A 2-foot horse is 165 pounds. Times 100, though.
That sounds wrong.
Well, we have to scale down. 75% of 660 is like 400 and something. And you have to subtract those two numbers to get a 2-foot horse, and he would weigh 165 pounds. Now, if you're
That's
fighting
a fucking dense horse, bestie.
if you're fighting a 165-pound horse times 100 horses, that is 16,500 pounds of
16,000
raw horsepower.
Are you sure it's 16,000 and not 1,600?
Yeah, 165 times 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
He
So
just showed me his
it's
calculator.
So it's 165,
Uh-huh.
right, times 100, and it equals 16.5.
Wow, that is a lot.
That is 16,000 pounds of raw horsepower you have to fight against. You are overall, nobody's gonna win the 100 horses whatsoever.
Well, let's make the argument of why you would.
Now, here's what I would do, right? If I were to choose the 100 horses, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I would command 2 horses to be my horses. And
Two regular size horses?
No, two out of the 100.
Okay.
So I would fight against 98, and I would still like fight the other 2 at the end, which is like horrible. But I would like betray my horses. I would command 2 horses to be my horses, and we would like stampede with them. Now, obviously, it's 165 times 2 plus my weight and my strength. Now, again, horse strength is like freaking up here. A duck strength is like way down here. And so you've upscaled the duck. Its strength is increased, but not by a lot. Because obviously, like, the duck is pretty weak overall. You can't just snap his neck, like freaking karate chop it, and that's it. It's done. Whatever. Fiend. End of story. I would command 2 of my horses to, like, flank the herd and attack from the back, and I attack from the front.
Uh-huh.
And then slowly but
How
surely.
do you attack it, though? Because that's 100. What did you say? 165 pounds?
Yeah.
How do you attack it?
How do I attack that?
How do you attack a horse that is a tiny horse that is 165
Man,
pounds?
I'm so glad I was in football because my football skills are coming back into place with this.
What can you bench press?
My max is 340.
So what if you just like threw one of them like a bowling ball?
Yeah, I'm a
and like take them out. Okay. All right. Now we need to consider another fictional take. Okay. The horses don't weigh 165 pounds in my land. The horses in this case would weigh about the same as a duck because they're the same size as a fucking duck.
Yeah.
That would be so easy to take out, but I'm still not choosing that.
I would flick them up. Pop, 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 pop.
Like, it would be so easy to just grab one and then use it as a weapon.
You know
to
what?
Hurt the other ones.
I would rewatch Step Up and learn how to dance, and so I would dance and knock out a bunch of little horses.
Yeah, because if they're the same like weight as a duck, which is what, 3-4 pounds?
Well, I don't know. I mean, a lot of little things can be hard to fight, like ants.
Yeah, but they're not ants.
I know, but like you can kill like 10 ants, but if you step on a pile of ants, they quickly just swarm upon your body. Now, lots of ducks can swarm on you at the same time, and it's hard to fight.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of horses can like stampede on you.
But if you're standing up and they can't fly because these are horses and not ducks, then you just kick them.
Oh, you imagine a little kick hundreds of times on your shins?
I mean, that wouldn't be great, but they only weigh 4 pounds.
Yeah. It would be a quick fight for the 100 horses.
Yeah.
And let's say on average, like, I don't know.
How do you go about taking down the large duck, though? Let's say the large duck, weighs about the same as a horse.
Okay.
In this case.
Right.
What do you do?
See, now here's the difference. The duck can fly.
Right.
That's a big duck.
And if you're in the water, you're at a disadvantage.
You're fighting a dinosaur at this point.
Yep.
But if
See, I would just grab its neck and fucking you know?
Yeah. I would go for the weak legs.
Yeah. Step on its little flippers.
Little flippers, and watch the little flippers like flip me up.
Mm-hmm.
And I ride the duck as a horse.
And then take out the 100 tiny ducks.
And just take out the 100 little horses.
Oh my God.
Have his flappers like pop, 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 pop on all the little horses. And then stand at the top of the hill.
The fiction that we've created.
Feel like George Washington had just won the war. Be like, yeah. And then, like, I'm sorry, duck. You gotta go.
I think that we need to start calling people and asking them their opinion, because we did that the last debate. Do you have anyone to call?
No, I know some of them are either at school or at work right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then why don't I call somebody?
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of like Spy Kids on that island they were in. They had a gorilla that was like a spider, and then they had something else that was like super huge.
When was the last time you watched Spy Kids? You've been bringing it up a lot recently.
Oh, this is years ago, but I just remembered from that. You know, it's dumb stuff like that I remember. But if you tell me what you do last Tuesday, like, I don't know.
I'm calling my mom.
It's a loud ring.
Hello.
Hey, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, this is for the podcast. Would you rather fight one large horse-sized duck or 100 tiny duck-sized horses?
One large horse-sized duck.
Okay, but why? How would you go about fighting it?
Well, it would only be one, so it'd be one-on-one.
Bam.
I mean,
Okay, that's
it'd be a bit of a challenge, I'm sure, but like 100 horse-sized or duck-sized horses would be a little bit more intense.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Would you go for the neck or the knees? Because ducks have weak knees.
That's a good question, and I don't know what my strategy would be.
Okay, well, thank you.
I would probably go for the neck.
cool.
I appreciate your contribution to this podcast.
Yes, you are welcome.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right.
Bye. I mean, she makes a good point.
It's fair. I mean, it is a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Because you imagine, like, think of like a school fight or like a fight in general,
Yeah.
right? If someone's shorter than you, your age,
Right?
that's 4, it's unfair. 4 against you,
Yeah.
it's not fair. But if it was 1, the same age, same height, same size as you,
Right.
it's a fair. Well, not they're taller, but they're weaker. It's a fair fight. You know. So
Right.
yeah, I would definitely go for the one-on-one, and I take account of the amount of weight that is being pushed by this certain animal. So let's give that duck an average of 125 pounds.
Right.
Let's give him that average. An 8 foot tall, 125 pound duck. I would rather fight the 8 foot tall duck than we'll give the horses 3 pounds. I'd rather fight 125 pound, 8 foot tall duck than 300 pounds of 100 horses combined.
That's a good point. That is a good point, isn't it?
Yeah. Because you're like 3 pounds, that's it. But if it's 300 pounds altogether, they have like a good strategy going on. And plus, animals aren't dumb.
Right?
They're not dumb at all.
Right, which is why I'm afraid of the duck, even though I'm going to fight it.
Yeah, because a duck can sense danger from like miles away. How do you think ducks can migrate from one spot to another spot?
Right.
They can sense weather and climate change and blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the horses, I mean, they're horses. They're freaking smart already. I mean, they're smarter than us, honestly. Like, dolphins are smarter than us.
Right. Why don't you call Jose?
If he's even awake.
Why would he's a business owner? Why wouldn't he be awake?
He's like, man, I wake when you. He's like, when you got it like that, you wake up at your own time. I was like,
Oh my God.
I got it like that too. But I don't wake up at my own time.
I'm very tempted to call. Okay, go ahead.
Dang. Man, bro, you quick. I like that about you. Plus, you're being recorded right now. Okay, and this is a question for a debate we're having at work. Would you rather fight one large duck the size of a horse or 100 horses that are sizes of a duck?
Can you repeat the first part again?
Would you rather fight one large duck-sized horse or a horse size or 100 horse-sized ducks?
So a horse-sized duck
Yeah.
or 100 duck-sized horses?
Yes, precisely.
Yeah.
I think I'd take my chances with the little duck. What kind of duck? No, I guess it doesn't matter what kind of ducks there.
No, I guess like it's an average of ducks.
No, I think I would rather fight 100 duck-sized horses.
Really?
Really?
Why?
What's your strategy?
I just step on them, I guess.
But they weigh at least 4 pounds each.
And there's 100 of them at 2 feet tall.
I mean, yeah, but 2 feet tall ain't that big, man. I could definitely step on them.
I mean, yeah, it's not big, but still, it's 100 of them.
It's 100.
Can you imagine a duck the size of a horse coming at you?
Yeah.
It's pretty awful, but I would still fight it.
No, I would definitely not. You know they got those claws on the ends of their fins or the little
Flippers?
webby toes. Yeah, at the end of the little webby toes.
The webby toes.
Yeah. And those things will mess you up. Can you imagine?
It's only one though. I'll be okay.
Man, you say that now.
Until the day comes I have to fight a duck-sized horse.
Yeah, I'm choosing the 100 little horses.
Okay. All right, cool. I appreciate you. I'll see you later.
I think.
All right.
He does make a good point about the little claws.
I didn't even know they had little claws on their little web toes.
I really want you to be putting up pictures of ducks, because here's the duck I'm imagining.
I know ducks got scary mouths too.
They got little teeth.
They got little freaking. The ducks are just dinosaurs in today's age. That's what they basically are.
Right. Okay, so this is the duck I'm imagining. This one.
Yeah, that's what is in my head too. An average, not the average, but the typical duck icon.
Right. Well, when you look up a duck, actually a mallard is what comes up first.
Yeah, with the little silicone, not silicone, but the plastic ones you put on the river to attract other ducks.
Right. Oh, that's so sad.
What about a horse? I bet it's just a picture of a brown horse, whatever, like a palomino or something like that.
Horse. I'm looking it up. Yeah, it's just brown horses.
Yeah.
Wild. Wild horses. Do you want to know some horse facts?
What's up?
11 astonishing horse facts by treehugger.com. Horses have a wide range of vision. You have to take that into account when you're fighting the 100 little horses.
Yeah, they're almost
180?
180.
Mm-hmm.
Or exactly 180. They can't really see forward. It's straight like we can.
Right.
Because their eyes on the side of their head.
No, it looks like they can see straight. No, they can see nearly 360 degrees.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
Dang, I didn't know that at all. See, I should have paid attention when I was watching Stallion.
They cannot vomit.
They can't vomit. That's weird.
Mm-hmm. They're related to... You want to guess what they're related to?
They're related to Komodo dragons.
No, rhinoceros.
What the heck?
Yours is even worse.
How is a rhinoceros the grandfather of a horse?
It's like a fat horse, you know?
With a horn.
Yeah.
So there are unicorns.
We've cracked the code.
The unicorns are real.
This podcast would have been a lot funnier if we were either both drunk or high.
Or with more people.
Or with more people, yes. But
so
your
there are
friend bailed.
unicorns.
There are unicorns.
Oh, snap.
Arabian horses have a unique build. Okay, that doesn't really matter to me. Ponies and miniature horses are different. Did you know that a baby horse is not a pony?
Yeah, because a baby horse is actually taller than a pony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, from birth, actually. As soon as they come out from their mom, they're already taller.
Right. Their teeth contain lots of information. I'm not going to elaborate. There's elaboration on this fact, but I'm not going to elaborate because
they got like codes, like zeros, and ones.
Close. There is only one truly wild horse species. They have muscular ears.
Muscular ears.
Their funny faces aren't laughter. So you know when they go like,
yeah, like Squidward on that one episode of SpongeBob.
Yeah, I hope you can find a picture of that.
Yeah, because he eats a burger.
So have you ever seen a cat make a stinky face?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently that's the horse equivalent of a stinky face. When they're like trying to smell stuff.
Oh, so they're not smiling.
No.
So the horse that I met said that I stink.
Yes. You were smelly.
All right. Well, I mean, the barns ain't smelling good either. They not Febreze in there, so I mean.
One breed has a metallic coat. Interesting. They are highly intelligent. Horses are smart creatures, and there are studies to prove it. Research published in 2012 found that horses use input from several senses to identify and remember people. Interesting. So we have some smart-ass tiny horses coming to fucking fight us.
Heck yeah.
I would be way more afraid of the horses.
Oh, 100%.
Like if you were standing outside right now and you saw 100 tiny little horses coming towards you.
Yeah.
What do?
I'd run.
Well, they're coming after you. They're horses. They're fast as fuck.
Man,
how fast can a horse go? Like 45 miles per hour or something.
Hella fast. I know that much.
Are you looking up duck facts?
No, I'm looking at how to measure horsepower.
Oh my god. Horse speed per hour.
So this chart says
approximately 30 miles per hour. Bro, you can't.
Well, I can run like 5.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to outrun the horses. You have to fight them.
You know, I'll climb.
Okay. That's fair.
I'll climb.
Okay.
And they might knock down whatever I'm on. Unless it's like a tree or something or a building.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I wonder if you could stand on a chair and avoid them.
No, I'm pretty sure they'll knock down the chair. No, hold on.
Because they want to fight you.
Well,
they're hostile.
See, sometimes the horses aren't so smart because there are pictures of horses tied up to a chair, like their rope or whatever, so they won't leave. You know, but in their head, they're like, "This is a solid post. I can't go anywhere." And so maybe they won't attack the chair. Maybe they'll just stand around the chair, and I have to wait for that duck to come and beat up the horses for me.
Right.
But a horsepower is measured by 1 horsepower equals 550 foot-pounds in a travel of 1 foot. So if a horse can move 550 foot-pounds in 1 foot, that equals to 1 horsepower. Now, there are obviously other ways to measure it, more easier ways to measure it and to describe it, but that is how horsepower is measured. Moving 550 pounds and 1 feet equals to 1 horsepower.
Look up duck facts, because I told you horse facts.
Duck facts. They can fly. Not all ducks can fly. Fun fact.
Kind of like how penguins can't fly.
Yeah, penguins can't fly. And then penguins are...
So sad.
Are they ducks or birds? Wait, birds the general, right? I
think birds are the general. Yeah.
Okay. And so ducks is just under the category of a bird.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I did not pay attention to Discovery Channel.
You didn't pay attention to a lot of things, it looks like.
I just live life and I just eat food. That's all I ever do. What does it says? Ducks have great vision. Okay, cool. Not 2020 though. Ducks can move each eye independently.
Okay, that's fucked up.
And they store information on the opposite side of their brain. So their right eye saves it on their left side of the brain. It's like their cloud.
Like the iCloud?
Like their cloud. What? Ducks can sleep with one eye open to watch for predators. So are they really sleeping?
That's a good question.
If they have one eye open and watching
maybe
for predators?
Maybe it's because maybe one side of their brain shuts down.
The right side or the left side?
Yeah.
And it's active?
Yeah.
Huh. It says ducks can swim in the cold when it's cold out because their blood vessels and their feet are close together, preventing heat loss.
Oh, cool.
Interesting. Like the web feet.
Dad said there's only one answer, and it's the 100 horses.
Wrong. If we go by my numbers, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
I told him to come make his argument.
It said, according to researchers, ducks have shown to have preference of colors. They have a favorite color. Ducks have
cool.
favorite colors.
All right, Dad's here. He's going to make his argument as to why it's 100 little horses, why he would fight 100 little horses versus the big duck. Ro and I would both fight the big duck.
You and Ro are idiots.
You got to hold it like on the side? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. You and Ro are idiots.
Wrong. I have numbers to prove why a duck is better.
A horse-sized duck. Okay, so here's the problem with that. Horses are huge.
Correct.
Cows are huge. And if you've ever been near one, then like really near one, then you know they don't have to do hardly anything. If you imagine the evil of a duck that is horse-sized, it could like crush buildings. Like all you have to be is completely wrong. Like literally it would fly up on your car and squash your car. Like you could die just from it, like, you know, emptying its bowels on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just bad. It's all bad. Then also, if you've ever seen a duck, they have those thousands of rows of teeth. Look it up later.
Yeah, but
And
they're like tiny teeth.
They're alligator sized. If it's a horse sized duck, it's basically a duck with an alligator bill. Whereas with the 100 little ducks, I can just fucking punt them.
How are you going to... Okay, so you're just going to go about punting the little horses.
Yeah, I'm gonna punt them. I'm just gonna punt them. Like I'm just gonna
They're
like
4 pounds though.
yeah, they're 4 pounds each, and I'm just gonna kick them to like kingdom come.
Now here's my number facts, whatever. Okay. I took the average size of a duck and a horse and their height in consideration. Now we can switch the numbers. Like, okay, a duck can weigh the horse and the horse can weigh the duck.
Right.
But I'm going based off of science and math. The average height of a horse and weight is 8 feet tall at 660 pounds on average.
Okay.
The duck, 2 feet tall at 305 pounds. No, 3.5 pounds.
Right.
On average.
Sure.
Now, if we were to upscale and downscale both animals, right?
Right.
So from a duck to a horse, 8 feet tall, about 40 pounds. If we were to switch the numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the horse would be 165 pounds at 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
But then you're fighting 16,500 pounds of 100 horses together.
Yeah, I think you're getting too. I mean, again, the 100. The only problem you're gonna run into with the 100 is if they stampede you.
Correct.
They're gonna be like the little raptors from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
They're just gonna run over you.
Yeah.
Even though they're tiny.
Mm-hmm.
But I still argue that I would rather fight 100 little things.
Right.
Than I would rather, because like think about a T-Rex. The thing with T-Rexes is they can't see you.
Correct.
Think about when you've gone to the zoo.
Yeah.
And there's a duck 200 yards away. You get out of your car, and he like views you with pure evil.
And you run.
And you just run, and you're not even close. You got like a half a mile head start.
You know, this reminds me of. You seen The Pacifier?
No, I haven't.
There's a duck that attacks people on command.
Yeah, it's awful. It's horrible. But now you're talking about a car-sized duck.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight a car-sized duck. Like because how am I going to beat it? I can't outrun it.
Correct. You can't outfly. You can't outfly it.
You grab its neck. You go. It's 40 pounds.
No, it's not 40 pounds.
Well, if we were to switch it, we would. In this case, it's switching, right? Obviously, it's 40-pound based on numbers.
Right.
But it could be a 600-pound, 8-foot tall duck or a 4-foot.
That's terrifying, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, someone should make this movie. You know how we made Sharknado?
Yeah.
Someone should make a movie about, like, a duck that gets increased in size.
I mean, yeah, we have.
I'm telling you, it's almost unbeatable.
We have Sharknado. We have
like,
snakes on a plane.
Guns are not gonna help you. You're literally gonna have to go in close.
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna have to climb on the duck's back.
And fly
the thing,
right?
While you're trying to break its neck. The problem is, again, if you've ever been around a duck at the zoo, it can turn its entire alligator bill around you and just gnaw you to shred with those thousands of teeth. I just don't like it. I'm gonna punt. I'm gonna go with soccer.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the little heel flick. I'm going to flick one of those horses up in the air. I'm going to do a bicycle kick. And the rest of them are going to start scattering because they're going to be like, he just broke Fred in half.
Okay.
Do you want to see if Marky wants to get in on this? She just showed up.
I think she has designs to do.
Oh, okay.
But I got to run. I got to go to the bank and the post office.
Okay. I'm just going to go shout at her, actually, and see what her answer is. Ro,
One horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
The camera's already black, so it'll be our logo on there.
100 duck-sized horses.
fuck!
Manageability.
Marky says the 100 duck-sized horses because of manageability. Okay. My camera's black.
Yeah, mine will be too.
Okay.
We already passed the 30-minute mark.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You stopped recording. Our time.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's all right.
Well, that was a fun little guest
Yeah.
spot. Yeah, I still say it's the one duck.
Yeah, me too. Based
If
on
you had a sword.
if you had a sword,
Okay, so you choose the duck, right?
I choose the duck.
What's your weapon of choice?
Honestly,
It
I
can't
would-
be something ridiculous. It has to be something you can easily acquire.
honestly, I would go for a rope.
Oh.
I would go for a rope. Not because I can because I don't know. I don't know where the air passage is on a duck's neck. Because on a human, it's easy to access, right?
Right.
You know where the air passage is at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the air passage is on the duck. So I have no cowboy skills whatsoever. But I would cowboy that duck so hard.
You would lasso it?
I would lasso its feet tied together, clap. Time. What's my time?
Now, we got to end off on a nice question.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't like the idea of being mean to animals. This isn't a very vegan question. Would you rather befriend the large duck or befriend the tiny horses? Which one is going to be more useful to you in the long run? I would still say the duck.
You know what? I would go with the horses.
Why?
Because
I want
Gas.
to experience. I want to experience flight.
I want to experience free travel. Obviously, I'd have to feed the horses, duh. But I would get on my
You
sled.
could start a petting zoo.
I would start a pet. Man, you know what? I could rent a horse. Rent 100 horses.
Yeah.
And then or sell 100 horses. But I would personally want 100 horses. Just because I think it's cooler that way. But I got a big duck, which is cool already. Or I got 100 little horses, which is already cool too. I would want the horses because I can build a sled or a sled with wheels,
Or like a carriage.
a carriage. Be like, onward, trusty steed.
It has 100 of them.
Have it like the snow dogs, like in Alaska.
Right.
Because the horses, you can go up to 4, right? Full size horses. But 100 of them, man, you out of there.
I still say the duck because then I could fly.
That is true.
That would be a lot of food, though.
Yep.
Oh my god, like appa. Okay, guys, we got to end this debate because this has gone on for entirely too long. But we've had
Yeah.
too much fun doing this.
Yep.
So, you can follow us at Megan Rowe in the Morning anywhere except for Twitter, which is MR in the Morning. That's Mr. in the Morning. That's also our hashtag, Mr. in the Morning. You can find all of our links in our Linktree down below. We should probably switch that out
Yeah.
to the QR code thing that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You should give us a like. You should rate us on Spotify if that's where you're listening, or on Apple Podcasts. Wait a second, we're not on Apple Podcasts still.
No.
Whoopsie.
We
Are on Apple Podcasts.
our own podcast on Apple Podcasts.
You should follow my podcast. It's called Slowpoke's Anime Hour.
You should follow mine, Word of Mouth, 2, WRDOFMTH, and the number 2.
If you enjoyed this episode, let us know. Leave a like, leave a comment, and tell us: would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
I'll end it with this. What is the coldest response you've ever given when people say, "I've heard about you"?
Like most rude response?
Yeah, rude, or the most badass response.
Oh, okay.
I've heard about you. So I bet you did. I haven't heard anything about you though.
Oh my God! Don't be mean.
Mic drop gently.
Don't drop my mics. They're expensive.